Thank you for the great presentation. And hi, everybody. My name is Sachie Yoshitake. I'm going to present my the 8-week online program for not yet. No program. So I'm going to present my IRB approved the online yoga program for the seniors for the fall prevention. Technical program. Time to relax. Yeah. So basically, that prior presenters explained so well about the yoga philosophy. And after me, the other presenters going to present a great philosophy too. So based on what just learned, please listen to my presentation. Then you can understand very well. I don't have to explain. Anyway. Okay, so let's start. So for prevention for the adults and the 8-week online yoga program. So let's start. Yes, what is fall? So the World Health Organization defines fall is inadvertently coming to the rest on the ground, floor, or other lower level. So very short, when you lose the balance, you have a fall. That's it. So yeah, that is a fall. Fact. Oh, before that, I did not know about the fall until recently. Until somebody close to me had a fall, I did not know that serious and that's a common problem among all the people. I didn't know that. Then I researched and found every second of every day among all the adults suffers and fall in US. And 95% of hip fractures is because of the fall. And once you get the hip fracture, many of them cannot come back to the independent life. So that's why fall should be prevented, and you can prevent the fall, definitely. And the cost-wise is so humongous, like 50 billion for the non-fatal falls, and 75 million to the fatal falls each year. And for the main reason why other people lose their independence. See this one, look at this chart. This is not problem, not only problem for them, but also for us. So the globally aging population is coming by 2060. See, 95 million senior people, but that younger people, not so much change. That's serious. The more older population getting increased, the more chances, more falls is increased. That's the fact. Risk factors, as CDC said, is the loss of muscle strength, depression, blood pressure, and medicine. So each individual, the reason to fall is different. Usually, the combination of the two or more factors make you fall. Next, magic wand does not work. No problem. Okay, you stay here. So CDC recommends you check with your doctor to check your medicines because side effects of the medicine sometimes often create a cause of fall. Then exercise to improve your balance and strength and have an eye check and a feet. Then make your home safer. But I wonder if these strategies work, why do they fall? The professional athletes, like a skaters or gymnasts, why do they fall? I know they are young, but nice strong muscles, nice balance, and a safe environment kind of. Especially bigger stages. Why? That's because of the performance anxiety. Likewise, same, the fall. Fear of falling is a big factor of how falling. So emotionally, just think about fall, just everything tightening up. Then how about fall more? So that's why the falling is not only physical. We have to approach as a whole person to prevent a fall. Next. So, in a yogic approach, is a holistic approach. The World Health Organization defined the health as state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. That illustrates the whole holistic approach very well. So in yoga philosophy, we consider our human body or human existence with the 5 layers. So body and breath and mind and intellect, right? And breath. So all layers so interacted. So even one layer imbalance, other layers mess. So for example, if you have a pain, what is going on about your breath? You hold the breath. So much pain. If you hold the breath, what's going on in your mind? You cannot be relaxed, right? So all mess, and you cannot enjoy your life. If you have a stress out your mind, most likely you are not breathing well. You cannot breathe deeply. Then what's going on in your body? Your muscle tightening up, you have a stiff neck and shoulder, you have a pinched nerve. So everything connected. So body, mind, breath, in mess, what's going on? You say, I don't know, I cannot feel myself. So perception is mess. Then you cannot enjoy your life with joy. That's why holistic approach so important to prevent the fall. So Patanjali's 8 limbs is a great tool for the fall. Originally, the goal is different. It's much more like a deep meditation and liberation or overcome this and birth, something like that. But in this context, we can use his system for the health and well-being. So he said, first, you have to take care of your attitude, social health, attitude to outside others, and attitude to yourself. So in other words, don't change others, change yourself. Yay. So before the right, without the right attitude, the other following steps won't work. So once you have a right attitude, now you work on your physical health, the asana and the pranayama, physical postures and breath control. By the way, do you know what is your body made from? It's made from food. Like all texts even emphasizing the importance of the food. What you eat, what you become. So you have to mindful eating and also like a happy and joyful kind of the food you have to eat. Then your body is fit. Then you have to breathe properly. Then you have to take care of your mental health. Then it's connected to the spiritual health. Sounds good, but I'm not sure you like this way or not as the people in the Western world. When we have a headache, we take a pill and we feel so good. we do not have energy, we get the energy drink, then we are going to be mighty, right? That is a way we love. Take responsibility for your health and well-being. Oh God. Yes. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra emphasizes the importance of practice, and discipline, and self-observation and faith. So you are the one who make an action for the health, not pill. So based on the thoughts, I created 8-week for prevention online yoga program, and to find out the feasibility of the holistic approach to reduce the risk of the fall through online classes, 8 weeks, and integrating the both Eastern and Western technique, because they expect immediate effect. So we have to meet their immediate needs to prevent a fall. At the same time, pursuing for the long-term well-being. So we need to think about both goals at the same time in 8 weeks online. So let's see if it's possible. So you may think online for the senior people it work. Yes, research shows it may work, especially after the pandemic. The older people are getting used to the technology and enjoy it. Next, qualification. Because of the online program, they have to be healthy seniors, otherwise too dangerous. So they are living independently, and they can walk without the walkers or cane at least 100 feet, and no cognitive issue like Alzheimer or dementia. Then no specific condition related to the walking. Next, a method, mindful movements. So like a yoga asana, yoga practice, but I picked simpler one rather than the complex traditional practice. Then they can apply the practice even daily life. Then breathing exercise, that's one. It's so important. I use a yogic technique and also Western method with the tool called breather. This is a respiratory muscle training tool. So I will talk about it later. And awareness meditative practice that include in the yoga asana postural exercise. And also each class begin with witness meditation. So you observe your body condition, then emotion, and the thinking stream, then energy, and breathing without judgment. So that practice each time. And education, they have to tolerate my 10-minute yoga talk in every class. So I talk about yoga philosophies and I talk about physiological facts. So the first implementation, first trial, most of them are experienced yoga. So that's why yoga philosophy topic is so popular. But this time, due to the yoga, they are newbie for the yoga practice. So they love like a more physiological facts like stress and the breathing and science. So they enjoy it. Now, the breather, this one. It's a drug-free, evidence-based respiratory muscle training tool. So this one is a great one. Totally like a Western method. Yogic breathing is slow, like an even, relaxing breathing. But this one is a much more like a gym walk. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. The pressure level is there. As you improve your respiratory muscle, increase the level one by one. So that they can feel what they are doing, especially online class. it's a yogic breathing hard to teach. Maybe next time I send a duck to them and the duck breathing. That's a great idea. Yeah. So most of them, they were not breathing properly. Why? Because of stress. Stress messed the breathing pattern so much. And you're supposed to breathe from diaphragm. Do you know diaphragm? This one. This one. So diaphragm muscle, that muscle you have to use for your breathing. But when you are stressed out, what's going on? You are using the upper body, neck and shoulder. That's why you have a stiff shoulders and a tight upper body when you have a stress so much. But as habitually you're having stress, then your diaphragm muscle getting weaker and weaker and no function. And what's going on? Your core strength getting weaker. You may say, what? Diaphragm muscle is a key muscle in the core. So however much you train the other muscles, your muscle so beautiful, but very often the core is not strong enough. So especially for the fall prevention, they need a strong core. So that's why breathing exercise is so important. So program consisted of 75 minutes group live online classes 2 times a week. If they miss, they can watch the recording and make up. And respiratory muscle training with a breather. Oh, by the way, the breather is evidence shows is lowering the blood pressure and reducing the stress and also increase the sleep quality. So great one. You need to get one. This of the 20-minute yoga practice. Recommendation is 3 times a week. And journaling, that's the key element in this program. Because of online, we cannot communicate so well like in-person classes. So that's why their journaling is a communication tool between teacher and students. And they have to put the rate about the physical level, physical condition, emotional, and stress and sleep quality. And also they have to track the practice of this one and also the home practice. And also I made a space for them to write whatever they want to share with me. So in the beginning, in the beginning of 8 weeks, they are not so much serious because they thought that's for me, the researcher. But no, that's for them. They have to observe what they are doing. And also by tracking, it's make a good habit to the practice. So journaling is a big part of this practice, this program. So now result, finally. So TUG test is a very common test for the fall risk. So you stand up and walk 10 feet and come back and 6 times up. So 6 participants from beginning indicates low risk of the fall. Although after the program, the functionality dramatically increased. I'm so proud of them. Even without practice of walking in this program. So most of them, their hip flexibility is increased after program. So maybe that contributes to the result. Next, what single leg stance test means like a karate kid. How long you can stay there. So most of them is increased a lot. It's wow. Yeah, and participant 6 is below 20 seconds and also participant 1 and 2, but still they increase very much. Yeah, sometimes they lower this little bit, but overall they increase the time. Nice improvement, bravo. Now, 30-second chair stand test. In the 30 seconds, how many times you can stand up and sit, stand up and sit? So that's measure the strength and endurance. See, in the beginning, still okay, no problem. But functionality is junk after the program. Then this is the blood pressure. So blood pressure is lower, most of them, after the program. Yeah, like a participant 4 and 6, they were so excited to see me in person for the assessment. That's why they are but they say usually like that. So this one maybe I think because of the yeah, that's fine, right? The breathing exercise is a breather and also yogic breathing. Yogic breathing is a slow, conscious breathing, especially for the through 8 weeks. We practice the pranava pranayama, like a sound base. They can hear their sound and they can hear how long they are exhaling. So that's why for over the eight weeks. It's so much fun. Okay, now maximum phonation time test, so-called OM test. As you exhale, OM, and how long can you last the sound? Somehow it's slower. I don't know the cause, but the sound quality was increased, all of them. But I don't know why shorter than the before. That I have to find out with Dr. Fazio. Okay, this is the participants paying more self-confidence, and she knows how wish known, and she feels her original self. That's unexpected result of yoga. How wonderful. Yeah, most of them, they are not good at making themselves a priority, always taking care of others. But now in this program, they realize they have to take care of yourself. Love it.
Sachie, we're at time, so I'm sorry.
How much time I can have?
Can you go quickly through your last couple slides?
I will.
Thank you.
Technical problem I had in the beginning. Okay, so my awareness has increased. That's important because cognition, related to cognition. Then this one is huge. He can get up without holding anything. That happened to other participants too. So this ability is so important, the daily activity. If you cannot make it, it's more like a chance to lose the independency. So this is so important. And more energy, better breathing, faster pace walking. Good one. Now this one, Tylenol daily she was taking 1 or 2, but now just every 2 weeks, 1 tablet at most. She used to have a lot of joint pain and muscle pain, but during the program already, it's gone almost. Now sleeping for 5 hours without having to get up for the bathroom. You may think few times going to bathroom at night, it's just like aging. Maybe, but may not. You can take control over that. That is a huge cause of the fall. So also this one not only is happening to only her, but also other participants. Maybe because of breathing again. Breathing exercise, diaphragm move the pelvic floor muscles all together. So maybe as all together, it works for the holding the P at night. Now this one too, wonderful. Positive sankalpa means affirmation. In the beginning, she said, I'm so stressed out, depressed, no energy because challenging I'm having the daily life. But through the communication with the journaling, we found her sankalpa together. After that, her journaling totally different. It's more discipline, more practice. So findings. With the right knowledge, techniques, actions, we can reduce the risk of the fall and improve quality of life, even online classes. The older people, because of the experience of life, they have a lot of wisdom. But because of the life experience, they tend to have a misperception about themselves. But with right knowledge, right technique, right action, they can realize who they originally are. Then they can be happy. As a result, can prevent a fall. In other words, a fall prevention is a wake-up call for them to live life with joy. Possible outcomes like that. And not yet. Not yet. This is from my teacher. Unfortunately, Amy, she passed away last December at the age of 94 years old. But just before the pandemic, we practiced together. And she said in the movie she starred, Life Well Lived, your chronological age is just a number. Think young, act young, feel young, forget about the number. Yoga is self-empowerment. Thank you.